today's episode of Mom Bazou, we're going to be squatting the truck. Love it or hate it, I gotta try it, and that's what we're going to be doing in today's episode. We're going to be taking the truck from a lifted to squatting the rear end, or as some would say, the classic squatted U-Haul truck. Alright, and welcome back to Mom Bazou. Now, we've been working on the cars a lot recently, but there is one thing I wanted to do to the truck, at least try it out. Now, obviously, we lifted this thing a while back, and I love it. Now, except for when you try and hook up the trailer, it usually doesn't go very well. But other than that, it handles very well. But I was like, you know what? I might want to try and squat this thing. You might hate me down in the comment section down below. Hate away. But I feel like I want to try and squat it. At least once. I feel like it'd be funny. I don't know if I'm going to rock it. I definitely won't. But I want to try it. We're going to head to the store, pick up some parts to do this. And I think we're going to head back to the OG shop to do this install, simply because we have more space inside the garage. So we're going to pick up some parts and then head back to do the California squat. All right, so there's a couple things we want to do. So first, we're going to have to find springs we need. And so there's the 8-inch drop, which I'm pretty sure is the low. We're going to drop it by 8 inches. So we're going to buy 2 of these. It's definitely going to look ridiculous, but I am curious to know, does the trailer hook up better? Nope. I want to see that. And then obviously we need some big spacers. Now I might actually leave these spacers on even after we lift it back up, just because I feel like the spacers, they might look good. Maybe not these exact ones, but I feel like some spacers on the truck would not be a bad idea. But I feel like we need some new wheels, and I'm thinking these would look ridiculous on the truck. Now they're obviously not as big as these ones, but I feel like this would be some like hot boy stuff. So we're going to mount these ones real quick. This is literally just wasting my money, but it's for good fun. And you never know. I might actually like it, but I feel like since it's the truck, we got to have the mud tires on. So let's mount these up real quick. Also, we need to kind of wait in town anyways to get some poutine. So let's see how this looks. These wheels, I never really noticed how much smaller these wheels are than the 10s. They don't look that much smaller when they're like right next to each other, but are they actually that much smaller? Way smaller than I want. So maybe I'll just put these on the rear. We'll see. We'll experiment when we go home. Also, while we're doing that, I want to change the color. I don't know if you guys have ever seen the video, but it's like a guy rents a U-Haul and he like squats the U-Haul. So we're gonna get some orange paint to like put some orange stripes to kind of make this thing look like a U-Haul truck, just for the joke. This is a complete joke video. Well, like I said, I might actually love it. I actually don't mind these Hot Boy wheels though. If they were 10 inches, I might leave them on the truck. Buzzer beater, bro. Come on, guys. Buzzer beater. Come on, let me in. Let me in. Whew, guys, we almost didn't make it. Dude, you did not know how bad I needed that. Cheers, bud. You saved my day, bud. That could not have went any better. That could have went really bad, but we did good. All right, now let's continue on to squat the truck. All right, we have made it to the old stomping grounds. It is still an absolute mess in here. I'm gonna clean this up real quick. Well, at least move everything to one side, and then we'll pull the truck in. All right, shop is, well, wouldn't say clean, but I moved everything kind of out of the way, minus the bolts on the ground. But as you guys can see, we have not cleaned up since we built the BMW. So it's still kind of a mess. We're going to pull the truck in. I moved the lift right into the center, so we have lots of room to do this. And then let's do this time. I'm also concerned about what this is going to look like. Throw this bad girl on the lift. I was like, why couldn't I move them in? It's because I didn't lock it down. That would indeed help. Hopefully this goes well and the truck doesn't fall off the lift. Truck is in the air. Now, I kind of forget, but it didn't seem too difficult. Yeah, we just have to take off this bolt, these 2 bolts right here, and then this side should come undone. Let me just check this. What the? All right. Oh, no. One more bolt. Why is that not coming off? Yeah. One more bolt right there in the center. There we go. Then this leaf spring should come off. And I forgot to unload the parts out of the truck. All right. Unload these rims. I also picked up some of this. It is some clear gloss. I don't know if that's going to make the paint look better. That's why I kind of got it to experiment on that. And then I also picked up some of that, like I said. All right, now that we got the stuff, we can finally throw it back up and install this lowering. Now, we might actually just, I don't want to lower her more than stock because it was already hard enough to drive her. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that is low, guys. No way this is driving. Should have just put in the stock ones, which we still have outside, so I might have to install the stock one. I can't even. All right, well, this side is all done now. We're gonna take these tires off, throw one of the new ones on. I think we need the spacers, and I feel like it would handle a little better. Okay, so we got the biggest spacers they had. Oh my goodness. Okay, what does it look like with the bigger ones on it? Let's see. Okay. All right, when you put it, when you put up to them, they're like the same size. I am confused now. That doesn't look right. That doesn't look okay. I don't know how I feel about this 8-inch drop. All right, now on to the other side. Now, before I put other on, I want to just throw the spacers on and see what it looks like with the big tires and the lift kit. You know what? They actually poke out just the right amount. I'm definitely gonna rock those when we rock it back. What does this squat look like? Oh my! I don't even think she's gonna move. All right, got those bolts. Got that bolt. I think we might have been missing a bolt on this side. Right, where's the other one? There it is. Throw this on. Now do the vice versa and throw these bolts on her. Then we'll lower her down and then we'll see just how bad this squat is. And is it even drivable? Because that's a good question. We definitely won't be able to drive her down the dirt road. I can tell you that. All right, she's all together. Before I throw on the front wheels, let's just take her for a little drive. Or was it a 4-inch drop? Might not look so bad. Yes, before we drive this out, let's throw the orange paint on to make this thing truly look like it's a U-Haul. I wish we could have like custom decals on. Oh, you know what? I kind of like the orange. I don't mind the orange. All right, well, don't mind me. Just picked up my U-Haul and I squatted her. Let's see, does this make a difference? I don't notice a single difference. Oh, we have green. Where's our green? All right. What we're going to do is we're going to make these wheels green. Oh, I wasn't going to move these out of the way, but then I remembered this thing is squatted now. There's no way it would move if we didn't squat it. And you know what? We're going to throw the fronts on just because we have to. We have to get the full vision. How to put the spacers on. That was a good thing I noticed before I put the exact last lug nut on. I just put every single other lug nut on. The last one, there we go. Now we can put everything back together. I don't mind these rims actually. They're very hot boy. Like they kind of work. It's a little bit too gangster for me though. I wish they had more of like a off-road rim. They don't really got that in this game. Oh, you can actually put the race brakes on here. I didn't even think of that. I wonder if you can change the seats. No, we can't. I wish there was more modifications for the truck like there is, but like I wish there was more like engine components you could change. Like imagine throwing NOS on this or like a turbo. That would be cool. But at least like they got the body panels you can change and stuff like that. No, not again. I literally did it again. You put every single lug nut on and then you realize you forgot to put the spacer on. All right, we'll spray paint them real quick and then the truck is done. What have I done? What have I done to my beautiful looking truck? I'm also going to take these back bed rails off just because I think it will look a little bit better. I wish we could paint them and then I feel like I might keep them on, but since you can't paint them, I don't want them. There we go. Take those bad boys off. Guys, we have officially California squatted the truck. Now it's getting a little bit late on us. The sun's going down, but we're going to try. Guess we're heading in from the passenger side. There we go. Oh my, what have I done to her? And she doesn't handle the worst. Definitely feels a little bit weird. All right, no. We can't afford to go off-road. This is where we get stuck, 100%. I do want to test something. I want to see, does the trailer hook up better now that it's squatted? This is the $1,000,000 question. If it is, I might keep it. Grab a drink while we're here. Let's see. Let's test her. Well, you can't even attach her, I don't think. I think we're moving the truck, not the trailer. Yeah. Well, that was a fail, but at least we know we don't have to worry about wanting our truck squatted. We can't even hook up a trailer to it. That is the squatted truck. We officially have a squatted U-Haul. Green wheels. This thing might be the most hideous looking thing I have ever seen and ever built, that's for sure. There is one more thing that I forgot to throw on. Now, I don't know. I did forget one thing. Where is it? It was literally right here. And it is underglow. Now, I don't know if this underglow is for the inside or the outside. There we go. We got it installed. Let's see. Let's see. This will be crazy. Push the little lights on. Oh, it's LED lights on the inside. I mean, still cool. That's still kind of a vibe, but I thought it was like underglow. Ho ho ho. I figured it out. We have LED lights on the outside now. This is, what have we done? I don't know what I did. I mean, I kind of dig it, but like at the same time, I think I might have wrecked my truck. Just a little bit, but it low-key kind of looks kind of tough at the same time. It's definitely a love-hate relationship. It's definitely something different, but I do love that you were able to put underglow on the outside of her. That is crazy. That's jokes, guys. That is pure jokes. You guys are definitely gonna have to let me know down below. Do we rock it like this? Maybe not as low as that, like maybe a 4-inch drop, but I don't know. I mean, you California guys and you Florida boys might actually appreciate this, so I might just have to leave it for the Florida boys. But thank you guys so much for watching today's episode of Bazou. We squatted the truck, and love it or hate it, I think it looks tough in a weird way. Thank you guys so much for watching this episode of Bazou. I'll see you guys in the next episode of Bazou.